Hello, I'm G-Man. I'm one of the organizers of Velocidrone Racing League and a drone racing pilot, sim pilot aficionado, and I have created a little tool for Velocidrone that uses the newer WebSocket. I'm not really a programmer, but I've kind of stumbled my way through this over the past couple of years. I've been learning, and this project's been something started developing during the last season. So, what it is a tool for broadcasters or yourself. So I have two versions of this tool that are built into the same thing. I'm not the host of the session. I'm able to get the data out. All you have to do is go into your settings, turn on a WebSocket, and essentially what it'll do is it'll create this view that shows you splits to the pilot ahead of them, and shows you a progress bar. You can input the gates amount of the track, but it actually will now figure it out for you. And if you're a race organizer, you can hit this copy result button, and it'll spit out the results into a format that you can paste right into a Google Sheet. So if you develop your Google Sheet in a way, you can just grab that, paste it, results are in. Let's see what happens when this next race starts. Hopefully they start a race here. I'm just in a random lobby, and we'll see, and I can show you what's going on. Here they go. They're going to launch, and all these times should reset. There is a slight bug on resets where if a pilot leaves the session, they're not, and you're not the host of the, if you're not the host, it doesn't know that a new race started. So I have no way to tell it to reset. So basically, if you see some lingering names in the list that are like bugged out, you just hit that reset button down here and that'll fix that. So basically, when you load it up, it should populate the IP address of your own network card that it'll see this info on. It's not actually using your network, it's internal. Really, if you know computers, it should be able to use what's called a local host IP, which is just like a IP that's just meant to look at yourself. It's 127.0.0.1, but for some reason the Velocidrone WebSocket doesn't work with that. So I've made it so it pulls the IP address. If you're on a Mac, it doesn't seem to work right. For getting the IP, everything works great. So all you got to do is get your IP address and put it in there, your local IP. If this doesn't work for some reason, get your local IP and put it in there. Okay, so this race is going in a second. It's a close race. So you got 6 seconds from Nikes, and then looks like DYL is right behind, or Nikes now is right behind DYL. So let's tune into Nikes. Currently I wasn't even watching them. So there they go. And it's real close here. He's a second back now. Looks like he lost a little bit on that, and that's going to be finishing up for them. Okay, so let's show you the other mode. So if we leave this session, and we can hit the menu button and we go back, and you can see there's multiplayer and there's Nemesis sector timing. So for Nemesis sector timing, we can pull it up, and we're going to use a tiny trainer. And you know what? We're going to go on to the VRL Street League track. I can't remember what gates I ended up liking for this, but we're just going to do 7, 14, and I think this is like a 24 track thing. So I'm inputting the end gates, the gates I want the system to see as the ending point. So as I fly, hopefully it works. I'm having some lag on my game, so that's fun. I don't know why that is. You'll see as I hit this gate, we now have our first split, and it's considered a best split because it's green. I'm going to slow down here so that we make sure we get a not best split on the next one, so I can show you how the functionality. I'm going to do the same thing here. Just do a couple little freestyle moves as I get ready. Got a lot of lag the way I'm recording this. Okay. Here we go. So now they're all green because they all are the best of the session. Now this doesn't require Nemesis mode. You can actually do single lap and do more than 3 laps. But if you do more than like 10 laps, they might overflow on the screen. I haven't dealt with that. So now, so far, so they're all the best. So we're going to make sure this one's not the best. We're going to wait on this gate number 20. So we're going to take this one real slow. Gate 20. Okay, yeah. So see how gate 20 is not listed as the best? And now I can improve this. And let's see if I can improve any of these. I'm just gonna focus for a second and try and get a better run here. And if you're data hungry, you can copy the results out of here. It just copies the entire race run information. So now again, I've gotten 2 better laps. And so now we're going to see 3 greens because I did them all better. Let's see if I can do any better than that. So that was all around the best one, a 3-inch toothpick. So I really should have picked more interesting gates for these comparisons. So we already got one better one, but this one's not going to be better. And it should come up white now. So the best of the session stays at the top. And your splits, look at that. So 1, 2, 1. So I have room to improve. Here we go. Let's see if we can get a better middle split. So you can pick very specific gates that you want to see what's fastest if it's too hard to review in some other way. Bit of a slowdown there. I don't think that's going to be my best. And yeah, this video is getting a little bit in the weeds here, just grinding it out. Look, we got the best track, lap 3. Let's see if we can get the best middle sector here. Oh, that's going to be a really good first sector. Okay, that's the best middle. Are we going to get a best ending sector? No. Okay, so there you go. So it's kind of, in a way, it's showing you your optimal. So there's a couple catches to this whole thing. One, it's using the first gate so gate 1 to gate 7, or whatever you set your first ending gate as the first sector. So I might make it so you can change what the starting gate is, but that introduces a lot of weirdness. So, typically you put the last gate of the track as your end gate. Otherwise, you're going to have a big gap. So that lap time that you're seeing there is not your lap time on the track. It's your theoretical best of your splits. And it's always going to miss the last gate to the first gate. Though you could set it to gate 1, I guess, I think. So there's some experimenting can be done. You can copy this result. It actually spits out every gate and every time. So it's like a lot of data. So you end up with, like 80 entries in the spreadsheet. And you just hit copy, it'll go on your clipboard, you paste it. Other than that, you can manually reset. So right now, if I keep grinding, my top times are getting better and better, right? So I might not see those splits. And if I want to reset them, if I want to see more green, or somebody else starts racing, I don't want to have to reload the thing. See, I can just hit reset and it'll clear everything out. So now we've got a fresh start. So the reset button resets all the stats. So here we go. But it does keep your gate assignments. So, feel free to tinker with the gate assignments. If you change the gate assignments mid thing, you'll want to, of course, reset. Otherwise, they might not be possible to beat each other. So hopefully this tool is useful. This is what I'm really thinking people will use. The other one is a broadcasting tool. And this is not purely for Nemesis mode. It can do more laps. If you do more than, I think, like 10 laps, it won't fit on the screen anymore, and my app will probably get weird. So I think I can handle that and make it so there's like a scroll bar, but I'm an amateur. I coded this in Godot just to learn that game engine. Yeah, so let me know what you think. I'm going to share it with people. The link should be in the description of this video. I'm going to figure out a way to keep the app updated, or at least people aware of updates, because I will try and chase some bugs. There's currently a bug where if you reset mid race session during if you crash and then you restart the Nemesis run, sometimes it doesn't pick up the first gate. And I spent most of a day trying to figure out why, and I think it's just Velocidrone isn't spitting out the information. In the end, I did a lot of investigating, and it just looks like sometimes VDrone's WebSocket bugs out. It's new that you can even do it in single player, so this is all new. as things change, I'll update them. And if anybody has ideas for features, this is also open source to some extent, so I can it's private right now, but I could potentially share the source if somebody wants to work on it. Yeah, so thanks to edoc for helping me out along the way, and a couple other people who pioneered the WebSocket stuff. They helped me get the initial messages into Godot, and from there I made it all happen. So yeah, they developed a way to do it in Python and some other languages, and I just kind of translated it. I think it was Mr. E, edoc. I'm sure I'm missing somebody. I know there's one other major contributor to it. But yeah, it's just maybe it'll help you, grind. I think the Nemesis sector timing is kind of cool. The multiplayer timing. See, the cool thing is the multiplayer timing will work in your solo game too. It just doesn't really show you anything. It does. Unfortunately, it doesn't see the Nemesis ghosts as information. So the Nemesis ghosts are just what is the word I'm looking for? They're invisible to my app. So we can't do like comparison splits, which would be really neat. Yeah. Cool. That is the app. Appreciate you checking it out. I hope if you use it, you enjoy it, and let me know how you feel. I'm G-Man. Fly, you fools.